back to my channel. Today I have two ideas to share with you. Both use stitching dies. These days they have been very popular, and Spellbinder recently started a whole new stitching die club. So today I decided to just share some ideas using these. I am going to share ideas with their December small die of the month, which was a stitching die, and their January stitching die of the month kits. So those are the clubs I'm featuring, and just this is my personal opinion. Although I'm impressed with the way people stitch on cards and the cards they make, I personally have not yet warmed up to the idea of having stitching on my cards. I feel like it's too cumbersome for me, and I'm more of the easy but great kind of card making girl. So I wanted to have some kind of a shortcut, and this is what I came up with. For the first idea, let's use the small die of the month from Spellbinders. And the idea is to use parts of the die which are um, not the whole die. So use the die but not do any stitching. For this first one here, I just used the inside parts, and what I showed you earlier was a couple of their other kits, their Glimmer kit and their stamp kit. I subscribe to the whole big $100 give me everything kind of kit because I love Spellbinders products. So I decided to combine a few of them here. And another tip that I would like to share is when you do die cutting, especially floral die cutting, go ahead and die cut a bunch of them. That way, when you're in the middle of card making, you don't have to pause and go do some more die cutting. So I just have a handful of flowers on the side and a couple hearts that I have cut out. The best part about Spellbinders kits, all of their kits interchangeably match well in size and shape. So I have combined the heart from the Glimmer and the stamp from the stamp set and the small die of the month all together. What I did was I did not use any stitching, as you can see, but I just used the components as they are for my background. Having all those details on my background just enhances the look of it instead of having it plain. Consider this almost like you would have dry embossing done, and that's exactly the look that this gives, with all the stitching details, line details as debossed, or what the lines look like as if they are debossed. So that's the look, and that's the look I'm going for. It suits perfectly. Instead of using the entire small die of the month background, or that whole layer, so to say, I just decided to use the innermost one and created a fun top folding small note card that I could probably give to a class Valentine, or add on top of a gift for Valentine's Day, or even for a birthday, just add it on top. What I did was, after I layered the back with another colored paper, and all my papers today came from the Spellbinders January card kit of the month. They have a different card kit now. It doesn't include any stamp and die. It includes only paper products. And if you are a beginner card maker, I think it's an amazing way to just get started. So that's what I used, and this is the card I came together that came together. I just used the stitching die as a background, or a component of it as a background without any stitching. So that is idea number one. For idea number two, most of these stitching dies, what I have noticed, have some sort of outline dies. And the idea number two is to use those dies, the outline dies, to make shaker cards. If you have seen the ornament dies that came up, and the snowman dies that came up for stitching, all of them had some kind of outline dies, and that's what I used. And as you can tell here, I'm not at all good at using the tape runner. I messed up my card front, which was nothing but a pattern paper that I had cut with one of the star outlines. However, liquid glue to the rescue, and I managed to save the day. And on the back of it, I'm putting the acetate. I think the acetate is from Hero Arts, and I made sure that it is adhered properly. On my card front, I have already gone ahead and stamped one of the sentiments. For this one, I decided to make a double shaker. because why not? And the dies allow for it. There are two outline dies, one for the smaller one and one for the star. If you look at the January kit, I decided to use one of the Hero Arts infinity circles, I think they are called as, dies to cut out the innermost circle and then just have that starburst kind of a thing. I cut it out of mirror gold cardstock to go on top, and what you see me do here is actually the adhesive sheet that I have cut out with the exact same die and exact same arrangement. And this is another adhesive sheet that I have cut out with the star shape. So I'm lining the two, and this step, what you see me do here, is extremely important. I have realized that is to put like baby powder or the powder tool that you use in heat embossing. Just run it along the sides of your adhesive whenever you're doing a shaker. That makes sure your bits and pieces won't stick to the sides. For the inside one, I picked blue tiny beads, and for the outside one, I picked yellow because my flower, what I put on top, was blue and yellow. And I'm so sorry. At this point, my camera just died. My phone just died without even giving any beep or something, and I did not even realize the footage got cut. But you see what I did there. Because the adhesive sheet was a little bit tricky to handle, I only removed the backing paper from a tiny bit at the top and I adhered my front. The front of this is nothing but a pattern paper that I have cut up. And then to hide the center adhesive, I stuck on top the gold mirror die cut that I had done for the identical piece. And now each of these shakers are in their own little well and they shake separately. um, you can do this with not just these kind of dies. I'm pretty sure you can do this with even concentric circle dies or some other dies that you may have on hand. I hope you liked both these ideas, and I hope you give something like this a try. I do have at least one more idea and three flavors of that idea that I want to share with you. I'll probably put together another video pretty soon. But till then, have fun, enjoy, and happy crafting.